Hey Professor, it's Rob Nelson here. Today I'm going to show you how to set up the mortgage payment calculator in Excel. As you can see, I've already done it, done this assignment, and I already have set this up, so I'm not going to start from scratch because if I started from scratch, this would take me at least 30 minutes to share with you. So we're just going to basically go over the basics of setting up this calculator. And I'll share with you all the formulas and show you the steps that I did to get this created. So let's get right into it. On the side here, we got present value, number of payments. That's what N stands for. I is interest, and interest compounded. That's why I put 0.04 divided by 12. 360. This is 30 for N. 30 times 12 because that's 12 is the number of payments each year you're going to make times by 30 years. The reason I put 30 is because I feel like a lot of families here in Utah are getting 30-year loans. Most of my friends are getting 30-year loans, and so I'm going to put 30 just to represent most people's behaviors as far as purchasing a house. The average home here, I think right now, I could be wrong, it's 250,000. The interest rate I think is around 4%. And then the calculation, the formula to come up with the payment each month is the payment function, PMT, B3, which is I, B2, which is N, negative B1 is PV, and the reason it's negative is because we're going to pay that down to get a future value of 0. We want to pay this thing off. So real quick, it's really easy. You just set up the column headings, months, beginning balance, blah, blah, blah. Put in the beginning balance, which is 350. Put in the payments. Make sure to lock that cell because each payment is going to be the exact same. And then interest is your beginning balance times the interest, and that's how we came up with this calculation. And then principal is the payment minus the interest, and then you get the principal. And notice how only the principal is making a dent on the balance. Only your principal is going towards paying off this house. The interest is just something you have to pay because you borrowed from the bank. And after you set all that up, it's pretty straightforward. You drag down, drag down, drag down, drag down, all the way down to 360, which I'm not going to scroll all the way down there. It would take me ages. And that's how you set up a mortgage payment calculator. One thing I did want to show you real quick, since we have a minute, is the total interest that you pay for this loan is $250,320.60. What people don't realize, well, people think that a house is always an investment, but that's not true. People don't realize how much interest you actually pay to borrow for a house. In this case, you're going to pay $250,000 for borrowing $350,000. So buying a house isn't always a better idea for investing, especially if you aren't planning to rent it out. You're planning on living there. And so that's why I always stress to really look at the numbers, to really crunch the numbers, and just don't get all emotional and don't be impulsive when trying to purchase a house, because a lot of times it's not a good investment. Thanks for watching. See you in class.